overseeing a security apparatus that seeks to crush the Sahrawi independence movement. We arrive at his fortified compound and are escorted inside by armed guards, afraid we're about to be expelled from the territory.
So this is the residency of the governor, the Wali? Yeah, let's go, please.
Inside the Wali's residence, we're seated, served tea, dates, and nuts. As the Wali tells us in no uncertain terms, we're not allowed to practice journalism in Western Sahara.
If you have the authorization, I will be more than glad to provide this interview. Second position, if I am retired, I can even come to your station in the US and to deliver that interview. I will be more than glad. But now, as far as you have no authorization.
Despite the Wali's warnings, I continue to question him. I quote from a Human Rights Watch report titled "Keeping It Secret" about Morocco's efforts to block access to MINURSO. That's the UN mission for a referendum on the status of Western Sahara.
MINURSO staff members, including military observers, are subjected to constant surveillance by Morocco. This and internal pressure from MINURSO made them reluctant, even frightened, to speak to our organization, which is Human Rights Watch, except on the explicit condition of anonymity.
Very exciting.
Moroccan security forces, this is Human Rights Watch.
Very exciting. Human Rights Watch, is that Bible?
No, but are you...
Is that Quran?
Are you... No, I'm asking, are you disagreeing with this?
I disagree completely.
They say...
They are working for an agenda here. What they have said about the other party?
Moroccan security forces tried to prevent Human Rights Watch from entering the UN headquarters, stating that entry was forbidden to non-MINURSO staff unless it had been cleared with local Moroccan authorities first. Moroccan authorities' harassment of Human Rights Watch, as well as their strict surveillance of its activities, impeded the organization's ability to conduct a thorough investigation of human rights.
Anything. They say just anything just to make things exciting.
Well, let me ask you one other question, which is of concern to many people in the human rights community, which is the issue of the protests here being cracked down on and people being beaten or arrested.
That's a good thing.
If you are talking about peaceful demonstration, I'm with. Completely am. I appreciate to see people demonstrating and to provide their opinions.
But people got injured.
Sorry?
People got injured. People...
You will see by yourself.
So you're saying people are not being hurt in the demonstrations?
You will see who was hurt by those demonstrations. It's not demonstrations, it's completely the anarchy.
As I continue to press him on human rights, the Wali loses his temper.
You talk about human rights? Human rights, even in the United States, you don't have them. You have more than 1 million people living just in the underground in New York. And they are eating rats and rats. And when they are sick, they are eaten by the rats.
That's
Democracy
true.
now, you have to work on it in Guantanamo and everywhere.
That's a very important point.
That's it.
That's,
I think I was very happy to see you because...
With that, we're dismissed and warned against continuing to report from Western Sahara. We pass the United Nations MINURSO compound, where just over 200 UN peacekeepers monitor the 1991 ceasefire between Morocco and the Polisario, but are legally prevented from intervening to stop human rights abuses. And we drive past the high walls of the notorious Black Prison, where generations of Sahrawis have been detained, tortured, and disappeared. Soon there's a commotion outside our room on the boulevard below. Cars are making U-turns outside of our hotel, their drivers clearly alarmed over something happening further up the street. Jamal gets a phone call from Mohamed Mayara of Equipe Media. He describes the police violence he's witnessing nearby.
I'm seeing police throwing stones and raiding houses. It's not far from you.
Let's go upstairs.
Yeah.
We climb a set of stairs to the hotel's rooftop. We spot protesters on a sidewalk below, a few hundred feet away. They begin to scatter just as the hotel's night manager demands we leave.
He said you're not allowed to be here.
We quietly descend and return to our room. From our window, we spot about a dozen men throwing stones, then turning and running away. Moments later, police and riot gear arrive, charging the protesters and throwing rocks of their own. As the night wears on, the confrontation between Sahrawi activists and the police winds down. We heard later there'd been arrests. We spend our few remaining hours at the hotel taking precautions to protect the footage we'd recorded over our trip to occupied Western Sahara, then make our way to the airport.
All right. Now we live in the hotel.
At the gate, we pass through a final gauntlet of Moroccan mukhabarat, or intelligence agents. As we head to the plane, one of them says, "I hope you had a good time in Moroccan Sahara." Moroccan Sahara, the term the Moroccan government uses, but no country in the world officially recognizes. Morocco occupies Western Sahara, Africa's last colony. For Democracy Now!, I'm Amy Goodman, with John Hamilton, Mike Burke, and Dennis Moynihan.